Hello and welcome back to the shop. We're glad you joined us today. You may be experiencing some background noise that you're hearing, and thankfully it's still raining in northwest Oklahoma, and we praise the Lord for that. Today's video is going to be a compilation of a project that we started almost 3 years ago before we started videoing for YouTube. The project is a 1928 John Deere D. And so this video will have some still photographs, short videos, and then the bulk of the video will bring you up to date where we are on the project as it stands. So thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoy the video. This tractor had a host of issues in the crankcase. The crankshaft timing gear was split through the keyway. The camshaft gear was missing teeth. One rod bearing had too many shims installed and had excessive clearance. The governor pins wore completely out, and considerable wear was found in the valve train, all of which was repaired. The cooling system was completely torn down and inspected. New fan drive discs were found and installed. A new radiator core was also installed, and the lower tank of the radiator required machining in order for it to seal properly. The old sheet metal had seen better days. New sheet metal was acquired and fitted to the old irons by rivets. The pieces were then attached to the tractor and checked for fit. Finally, it was time for primer and then on to paint. Now what we're doing here now, we're getting ready to put the spark plug wires and getting them routed. So I'm out here looking at this 1930 model D that is, it's kind of been nice having a tractor that I can run out when I forget how things go together. It's not an identical twin to the 28 that's inside because they changed a few things. But what we're looking at here is the routing of the plug wires, and we have these wooden spark plug holders, retainers, blocks, whatever you want to call that. And I made some new ones in there for the 28, and I'm just looking. This mag didn't, or this tractor didn't have a mag on it whenever I brought it in here. But I can see that this one on this right side would come from the mag and come up, and it would have come through the top and then down to this plug, because here is the plug wire for that. It's gone, and the other one is broke off that leads over to the other side. So it looks like all I need, I made 3 blocks, but all I need is 2. So we'll go back in and see if we can get those new plug wires routed and get that put on. Okay, so you can see we have 2 different lengths of wires. Naturally, the connections to the magnet is over here on the right side, so the short wire would go on the right side. So we're going to go ahead and get this one plugged in. Right like that, slip the boot up. Then we're going to just kind of route that right over like that for now. And we'll go ahead with this one. This wire, and you might have noticed they also sent me a cloth covered one to take care of this. That we'll see about putting that on later. We do know that this Magneta does function with the coil wire that's in it. So we're going to slip this one right over, kind of like this. Okay. So what we were looking at out on the 30, we have these little wooden blocks here that spark plug wire, looms, whatever. And I really didn't care. I mean, I could have used these, but I had a little chunk of oak, and I made my own. So we're going to use these.
That was a little bit better.
Basically, started out with 3/4 inch oak, solid oak, and made it 1 inch wide. Spaced out my holes, bored these 2 holes. These are the plug wires. This is for the bolt that holds it up to the tank support. And drilled all the holes. Then I sawed them all the length, and I just took a hacksaw and split them. That was the thinnest blade that I had here. So that's what I did. It's something that you can do as well. And I'm sure if I would have looked hard enough, probably would have been able to find exactly what I'm looking for. But so now what we're going to try to do, we're going to get these, I'll lay the nut and the washer right there. Now out on the hole is in a little different position. I think the 30 model was a little further out this way. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to take this one for the left side cylinder, and I'm going to slip in there. It's kind of a bit tedious. Now, I'm not going to tighten this up very tight yet till I get these wires positioned kind of like I want. I'm just going to go ahead and slip the nut and the lock washer on. Of course, the one for the other side will just have the one wire in it. So we're going to take this side, and I'm going to just put that in the bottom. I'll slip that in there. There we go. And I'm going to come in here like this. And just take a gander and see what this looks like. I don't know. I kind of like that. Well, that looks pretty promising. I'll probably reinvestigate these ends on these new spark plugs to see if I can find some that has a little more positive lock with those forks. But other than that, yeah, we got the spark plug wires on. Looks good. We would know pretty quick if we didn't have this in. I know we started to fill with water, but it's just one more piece that is not laying in the shop and on the tractor. All right, we're gonna get started with the fuel lines. First thing is put the cutoff valve, or the switching valve. I guess I'll do this with my finger. It goes in here on. I want to pack it around the pipe, not in the pipe. Slide that off. There we are. And I am going to go ahead and lift this throttle linkage out of here just to give myself a little more room. That's one of the places I needed cotter pins, so I'm going to slip that out and give me some more room to do this. We have not run this tractor with this fuel system on it. Okay, get a backup wrench here. There we go. There we are. And make sure we're snug. That's pretty good. I believe that's it right there. Get that one started. Pop this one down. Pull it back up. Okay. And this one. We're ready to bolt down the platform. And look at that, all the holes are just dropping right in. No hammer required. Hopefully I didn't speak too soon. Haha. There we go. Very good. This one will drop right in the hole. And we're going to all right. Now, excellent. Pretty excited to get this put together. Now I am going to do some shimming under between this angle iron and this wood, because this fender actually lifted it up some. Looks like maybe a couple of washers there. Looks like the last piece for today is going to be the seat. I've had to compromise a little bit on the seat as far as the bolt. There's a 5/8 square hole in the seat. There's only a 1/2 inch bolt hole in the seat iron. So we're going to compromise and go with a 1/2 inch carriage bolt. And I think it will surely work. The later seat channel irons that are on the John Deere seat have a 5/8 slot in them. So that's why there's a 5/8 square. But I think we'll get this tight enough that it's not going to cause an issue. This is a reproduction seat. I couldn't save the other one, so let's see if we can get this nut. It looks nice and square. All right, exciting day. I think all the pieces are on the tractor except the wheels, so we'll hopefully they'll come in the next day or two and we'll get those on. Well, if we could just jerk it, you can come in a ways. There you go. Now you're close. I'll let you side down, and I don't know how the splines are or anything. Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah.
Let's turn. Start it now.
Today we're going to put the final touches on the 28 John Deere D. We've got a set of decals from Jordy Decals up in Minnesota, and we've got a show that this tractor is going to try to go to in a week. So we're going to try to get the final touches on it, get the decals on, and go from there. If you notice, I've got a long sleeve shirt on. Praise the Lord, it's finally rained in northwest Oklahoma. We've gotten 2.5 inches at our location so far, so we're thankful for the Lord sending us the rain. So it's gone from 93 down to the mid 50s. So anyway, we're back in the shop. We're getting ready to do this. So watch and see how we do. I'm going to try to place the side banners on the hood here. We've already marked equal distance out from the ribs here on this hood. So I've got Susie, my wife, here, and we're going to place this decal.
Yep, we're good.
Okay, so we've got the decal placed in the correct position, and what we're going to do is come and split this into sections so we don't have to manage the entire thing all at once. So we're going to deal with the first part of this, and we'll take our scissors try not to scratch the paint on the hood.
It's kind of a one chance thing, isn't it?
Yes. Expensive one chance thing. So now we should be able to peel the backer off. Peel this like this. All right. Now we'll carefully fold this down. I'm going to hold that up just a little bit. Next, I'm just going to deal with the deer in the middle of the logo. Okay. Alright, we're still lined up, so we will start up here at the antlers that I cannot see. Got that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to hold this in the middle, and I'm going to start in.
Lots of patience, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Steady hand.
It's a little bit nerve-wracking when you're, one, dealing with someone else's machine, and two, you know how expensive these decals are. So, but I must say they are, or they appear to be, very nice quality. Let's just see what we end up with. Get this piece off right here. Alright, here we go.
Done deer.
Got the deer part anyway.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Looks real good.
So the actual deer decal, lots of tiny pieces in this, so I'll have to be very careful. I'm going to rub this out just a little more, and
Good.
that looks good. Dear John.
Yeah.
No.
So Elijah was asking the other day where John Deere came from. And I said, ask Papa, but I don't think he ever asked you.
Well, John Deere is the name of an actual person. That was his name, was John Deere, and he was a blacksmith. And I don't have the dates exactly right, somewhere around 1837 or so. I know he started in one location and ended up at the second location, but the story, and I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but the story is that the location he ended up in, they were having trouble with plows actually scouring and cleaning in order to plow the ground. And so he came up with, he manufactured a steel plowshare out of, I'm not sure what it was, saw blade, not really sure without going back and looking. But anyway, whatever material, whatever steel he used, he manufactured that plow, and it was just the thing to deal with the soil conditions right there. And so his business went from there. He had several partnerships and basically founded the corporation that is Deere and Company today. And so yeah, that looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Okay. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ease this back down, and I'm going to stick this decal do my best not to get any bubbles or anything else in. Okay. This Deere decal, lots of little bitty pieces. It's probably the most concerning of all of them. But we will I'm going to hold that up in the middle, or you can hold one corner if you want. We'll just let it down and kind of start here in the middle and work our way over. You doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let it go.
Okay, we're down. No bubbles.
Good. I'll let you go ahead and go over all of that. I'm going to go ahead and pull this piece of tape off.
say, just for grins and giggles, rub over it one more time with your finger.
Okay. Looks like we're doing
Very well.
good so far. Yeah, there we go.
Shine.
There we go. Just what we wanted to happen. Well, that's going to wrap it up on the 1928 John Deere project. I think it came out pretty good. I hope the owner will be pleased, and I hope you enjoyed it. So if you would, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Help us grow this channel, and we'll see you next time.